Please get this done.
I really
Hello, Mr. Paul. How are you doing?
How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing all right, sir. Mr. Ferguson. Sure. Come on over here.
Six o'clock on my phone. We got those been laying out on us back tonight.
Still got one.
We had run everywhere for a person to have a quorum last time. They ignored me. Sorry. He was out west, I could tell by the pictures and the landscape.
First
Let's call a meeting to order. It's exactly 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, 6 o'clock it is. You have the minutes in front of you, gentlemen, of our last meeting, July the 19th, 2019. There are a few extra copies. Let's see. If anybody wants one, you're welcome to get them. You have a chance to look at them.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Harris to approve the minutes as presented. Second by Commissioner Grizzly. Any other discussion on the minutes? All in favor of the minutes, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes. I'll give you a couple of announcements. You probably got this, but let's be sure that you do. On the 19th, we will have a call meeting. I guess we're going to have budget and finance, and then go right into a commission meeting. That'll be on Monday night, the 19th. On the 20th, we'll have another call meeting. Actually, we have two. We have the first and the second reading, which will be a public hearing, and then we'll have a third reading to finalize the budget, if everything goes like we anticipate. That's the 20th, yes, sir. And we still have our regular county court meeting on the 26th. We don't know exactly right now what might come out of the planning commission. We've got a couple of things pending out there that we need to meet on anyway. Tonight we're here to try to get this FY20 budget discussion, get it worked out. I think we have. We're talking about the 141 school general purpose. I basically try to state the way I see it. If I'm wrong, correct me. We basically made an agreement with the school board that we will put a roof on the middle school, which is the old high school, which will have to be done later this year, maybe even in the next year, I don't know. Probably have to be handled with a budget amendment later this year. And the school board has agreed to pay the first payment on that funding of that roof, and they'll not ask for any more money this year and not come back next year for any money. Have I left anything out? And the school budget, school board budget, I believe I'm right, is 6176. Is that figure right?
That'll be the tax rate.
That's the tax rate budget, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Question?
When you said we have an agreement, who's we?
This budget and finance has an agreement with the school board, and the school board has an agreement with us. It's going to be a mutual understanding at this point. Later on this year, it'll probably have to be, it can be handled with a budget amendment. There's a few things got to happen between now and then. We'll have to get prices on it. I think, Dr. Southfield only had one price at this time, it was $830,000, is that right?
Yes, 830, and that will be obsolete after 30 days.
Right, so we'll have to advertise again, see what it's gonna cost, then we'll have to determine when it's gonna be done. I don't know if it can be done with school in or not. More likely it'll have to be next year on vacation. But we can go ahead later this year and decide how we're gonna pay for it. Most likely it's gonna have to be a bond. I know the mayor, and talked with him today, wants to look to see if he can find any help out there anywhere, in any way to help pay for it. Luckily, we looked out on the landfill up there. TDEC's gonna pay $322,000 on that. That totally was a blessing in disguise, ladies and gentlemen. But this is what we have before you now. If I got that correct, to suit everyone now?
Yeah, I just want to clarify that we, for that first payment, we just estimated
I know that's an estimation.
$115,000.
True.
And we drew it out of his fund balance, we got that set in there, and that's in this budget. So we would need to get this done in this budget
This
year,
year.
because that's where that payment is.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Still not clear. I missed the 2 meetings the week of the 15th. I was on vacation. But in the minutes, it doesn't say anything about where the Budget and Finance Committee had an agreement to that. So I'm still back
That's
to
what we're here tonight to do. We did not have an agreement. If you read your minutes, we sent it back to the school board, and they've revised it in the meantime,
So
and
the
come
we
back
is
to
So
us.
that he can present it to
the
us.
mayor. And, okay.
Right.
Then
So what the Budget and Finance, it was the chairman, Dr. Satterfield, and the mayor.
We're here to consider.
Right. Okay.
It seemed like a lot of the commissioners was in favor of doing it that way, Gary. Is the reason that, and it seemed to be a good way to do it. It seemed to suit everyone, so that's where we are on it. Any other comments on it, or clarifications, or whatever?
I just,
Yes, Mr. Green.
I'm kind of like Gary, I've been out of the loop, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to understand how we got this deal put together.
Well, it
Well,
started with Mr. Bucket, or Mr. Buckmaster back there had an idea how to get it done. I think he talked with some of the commissioners, and Dr. Satterfield talked to some of the commissioners, and in amongst many of the commissioners, they decided that we need to fix that roof on that school. That don't need to be put off indefinitely. And so it was somewhat of an agreement that they would pay the first year's payment on it, or whatever the first payment is, and we pick it up year after year from there.
Okay, so this was just not really done in a public forum, it
No,
was just kind of
no.
done behind the scenes, informally.
Hearsay,
Okay.
this and talking to that and that and talking to this one, and I guess that's all right.
Well, I must say, I have a real problem with that, but that's just me.
It's all right.
That's
That's your
just,
problem.
not what was agreed on,
Right.
just the way it was done. But you know, we've railed for years that we want things to be open and transparent, not be done behind closed doors, and then all of a sudden, we put together a closed door.
It
We're
wasn't
just
done
here to
behind
consider
closed
what
doors.
they talked about. I mean, they've not done
I
anything.
think a lot of it happened on July the 19th after a meeting when 5 of us met and 4 of us had sent it back to the school board. And out in the hallway, several of them, some of the commissioners, some of the school board members got to talking about it. And the way I remember it, and it just spread from one to another. And I don't know if it's behind closed doors or not. I don't think anybody intended it to be.
Well, it
Certainly
may-
weren't no decisions made.
May not be, but it certainly gives the appearance of that.
Well, that's not the way it is. Anyone else want to speak to it?
So, well, that's one thing. So basically, count interest on the loan, the school board's gonna pay 100,000, give or take, and
Whatever the first payment is,
the county's gonna pay $1 million,
it won't be a million.
830,000 with interest on 10-year note.
Will not be a million. The mayor figured the other day at 3.36, I think it was 997,000, less whatever the school board pays on the first quarter. I figure our payments would be probably, I don't know, 90,000 a year for 9 years after that.
How are we, the county, gonna pay for that each year for
Well,
10
that's
years?
yet to be determined. We may have to raise taxes 4 cents to pay for it, I don't know. And we may have the money. I mean, we're not strapped too bad after this year, because we've got 900,000 looking at us that's not returning next year. So we may be in pretty good shape next year and not have to worry about it. Yes, Mr. Clardy.
If I understand what's been discussed, that's just a guess price.
Yeah, it's a
That's
guess
not nothing
price.
in stone.
Mr. Satterfield
Just a guess.
got a,
No, we got a quote.
Well, I'm talking
got
about,
one
but you
actual
still gotta
quote.
put out bids, and you may get one for 600,000 or something like that.
you never know.
But it's not a definite stone set price.
And just the only bid he got, and that's the one he's been working with, and that's where we are.
But do you know when you let those bids out? Do you have any idea?
We cannot put out a request for proposal until the money has been appropriated. That's an auditing regulation. So whatever the commission decides to appropriate funds, then we will put out a request for proposal.
Are you gonna do that, or are you gonna let the mayor do it since the county's taking over the amount of money?
I would say that's a function of the board. The board is to administrate among the schools, and the county is the funding. So I'd say the funding resides with the funding body, and the administration rests with the administrative body.
Could you work a joint with that? You and the mayor
Yeah, so
get together and put the bids out and then open up at the same time when they come in?
the bid opening is a public forum anyway,
Well,
so
yeah.
anybody can.
Which, since I'm saying, since the county is gonna foot the bill, most of people would probably look at it better that way.
Commissioner Johnson, you have a comment?
The mayor's also pursuing avenues and trying to get grants possibly. to help.
Yeah, he's going to try to, but, you know, we don't know that he will, but he's certainly going to try to. Mr. Harsh?
I think within the last meeting that we had formally here, that Dr. Satterfield had started to allude to that there were other ways to handle it. That, a lot of this was discussed, I guess most of it kind of within the last meeting.
It was.
None of the
It was
things.
brought up that it's possible it could be done.
Yeah.
An agreement with them to fix the school if we wanted to do that. I see 2 of you, Bill.
None of the things that are, of course, tonight, we were hearing them back during discussions when we came.
Oh, yeah,
back,
it
so it's
didn't
not
happen
something-
behind
Yeah, and this is nothing that's been.
No.
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that, just in my eyes, from what I heard just a little bit, because I was kind of out of the fray for a lot of it, but I did hear things about it. I had heard what Mr. Buckmaster had mentioned, and that kind of caught a little fire. So I thought that was a good idea. One thing that I had thrown out there was, I have a question. Mayor, you probably can answer this for me. It was 2 questions I'm going to ask one superintendent. The debt service, the fund for the education system on paying the school off has a balance in there, because I think they set that at 5% back when they did it. There's an amount of money. Do you know what that balance is right now?
I believe it's
I think it's around 400,000. However, our calculation with moving the impact fee out, our calculation is the last year, you're gonna have to put tax money into it because it's gonna run out of money within 1 year before
Is it?
the payment ends.
That's
Because we're
not-
losing 200,000.
That's not a funding mechanism then?
No,
That
it's-
fixed today, is it?
No, you're gonna have to put funds in that last year.
Okay. Nice try.
Is that it, Bill?
That's it. What other
Mr.
projects
Jones?
other, I'm sorry, one more. What other projects other than the roof on the school, which is a pretty necessary one now because I've been up there once, it's up there. You got a football field or stadium that's, what other things we have?
Actually, that's about third on the list.
Okay, good.
We're gonna have to do some work on the high school parking lot. If you're ever out there, you can look at the cracks that, the water is seeping in there, because a lot of that was landfill.
Yeah.
Now, whether that has to be totally paved or patched, of course, we haven't addressed that with that high school parking lot, and that's a lot of surface area there. But we're gonna have to do something to protect that investment, or it's gonna cost us more
Well,
than the other.
I'm just kind of thinking down the road because this is what that's what's in front of the headlights right now, but there's some other things that are going into, so we kind of plan for it.
And then we're gonna have to add a bus route up to 231. That's the fastest growing area in our county. We're being stressed there. When that will happen, I don't know. I'd say within the next 2 years. And then I think third on our list is we're going to do something football.
And of those three, which one's the most costly?
I would say football,
By far. Y'all have anything that's coming up, you think, from the state where you might have to add additional teachers in the next couple of years to cover certain subject bases that maybe?
I have an own teacher this year. We don't really look at it until around Labor Day. But we got, all three of our schools are reporting new students coming in. I heard 16 in one school the first day, 14 in another school the other day. But we don't know exactly how many we've lost. Some of them have struggled in. So in the next week or two, we'll know what the net is. But we've lost some students too.
Yeah, just like for everybody to think about not just what's glaringly in front of us, but the larger picture as a whole as to how we try to tackle this as we move down.
Mr. Jones?
Well, one thing, it's my understanding that the school board's not gonna ask for any additional funds for this school year and the next school year, which that was gonna be like $300 and some odd $1,000 this year. And I would assume it would be that much, or if not more, next year. So that would equal out to the cost of the roof, in my opinion. So, it's like, 6.5 of one dozen, it's the same thing to me.
Right. Commissioner,
I'll make a motion to approve.
we have a motion to approve 141 school general purpose, 6176, second by Mr. Hars. Now, any further discussion on this? Yes, Bill.
One of the advantages, I think, in going this route is it's not part of the maintenance of effort issue that we face.
No,
That's an advantage to this.
It will not be
Not
part
for
of the
me.
maintenance of
And the
it.
school board can't raise revenues to, not to that magnitude. So it's gonna have to come from somewhere.
Mr. Gurley?
Well, what I was gonna say was, by the school board agreeing no funds this year or next year, that'll give us the opportunity to have gone the full 3-year cycle
That's right.
with the state cut on DEP. And then we'll know exactly what we're dealing with going forward and that type of thing, which should allow us to do a better job of communicating and seeing what we really
Absolutely.
need.
I agree with you. Anyone else? Any other comments before we vote on it? Last call. All in favor, let it be known by, let's raise your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, everybody, unanimously. 9 people. Next thing is that we need to recommend the county general tax rate by motion and vote, $2.4388. 2.4388. That will be our new tax rate. Commissioner Gregory. Motion by Commissioner Gregory to approve and recommend to the county court that we set the tax rate at $243.88. Second by Commissioner Ferguson. Any discussion on that? All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. The recommended urban services tax rate was approved last month, but it is $87.53. I think we need to go ahead and make a recommendation for that, along with the others that was already approved. This should clean up everything.
That's in the way the smart pays make it approve that.
Yeah, we hadn't recommended it to the court.
I reckon, like most of the recommend.
I have a motion by Commissioner Gregory.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Don't that have to come out of the urban, nobody else can make a motion second on that?
That's theirs, on the tax levy.
Well, that's on what you're voting on, tax rate.
Well, this is the tax rate that we're recommending the county court.
Comes special out of urban.
Are you three the only ones supposed to vote on this?
On the levy, not on the.
Not on the tax rate?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Gregory, I need a second. Second by David Nunn.
It's not on the budget.
It's not on
He's not on the budget
Rachel.
and finance.
Rachel.
Ms. Jones, Commissioner Jones seconds the motion. Any other discussion on this one?
And it was, what was the rate? I'm sorry.
87.53.
0.875.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All in favor of this motion, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed with a no vote? Motion carries. That's all I've got on the agenda, gentlemen. Commissioner Morris.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Have a motion, do I hear a second?
Wait,
Yes.
May I speak before you adjourn?
I'm gonna let you speak.
You'll take a vote on that?
I just quickly, I want to say thank you
Absolutely.
for me and for the school board. I know we have struggled for months on this, but I have seen the better nature of people come out in the last 10 days. And I want to tell you, I appreciate everybody. Mr. Jewell, you may question the transparency, but I want you to tell you this, and everybody that's room to know this. I've had conversations with some of you, but at no point in time have I ever had a conversation with two at one time. We have never violated the sunshine law in 1 second.
Well, like I said, it wasn't as much as the appearance.
Yes, I
To the
want to go on record and say that, and I'm saying this, this deal was starting with one of your own county commissioners, and I've just seen the better nature of people work out for the best interest of the children, and that's what it's all about, and I want to tell you, thank you very much. Appreciate you all.
I have a second by Commissioner Jones. All in favor of adjourning, say aye. Let's go home.
Still got executive, we didn't want it.
We
got executive.
meeting tomorrow night. 6 o'clock.
Thank you guys.